So the area we are in currently, historically and around the local community, is known as the Sparrow Field. And that's because this area a while back was actually used as an open recreation area for just playing sports and having picnics. And a lot of birders came out here and recognized that it was great for those sparrow species. And then it slowly grew into a more forested area. And the National Park Service was an incredible partner in recognizing the value of this area and giving us historical information and context onto how this area was managed in the past. And so we knew from that information that this habitat had the potential to play a really important role, not only for sparrows, but other migratory songbirds and local resident bird species. So for this restoration project, we had two primary kind of goals. One was to manage non-native species, because non-native species don't support the insects that fuel birds during migration and nesting. And the second goal for restoration was to knock back some of the larger woody vegetation in order to open up the area to have more of an herbaceous grassland type of environment to promote habitat for grassland bird species and birds that migrate along the Chattahoochee River. The woody removal was a big undertaking in the area. Yeah, it looks completely different. Our habitat team was out here working for days and days and days, and we couldn't have done a lot of this work without volunteers. Volunteers were pivotal in helping us remove a lot of the material that we cut down. We had to cut it up into smaller pieces, and then we had tons and tons of brush, as evident by the huge brush piles that you can see out here right now. Once we were able to remove all of those woody plants, we had somewhat of a blank slate that we could come in and plant native plants that are really beneficial to birds and pollinators and all sorts of wildlife. So the plant material we used for this project came from multiple sources. First, we went out and collected seed, and we were able to communicate with the National Park Service, who was making this project possible, and collect seed of native plants at other units of this national recreation area. The other way we went about getting plants was working with local plant nurseries. In particular, we work a lot with the Georgia Native Plant Society, who grows specific local ecotype plants for us. And then we're able to take those plants and plant them in the ground, and they're already, well past the early seed germination stage, and they're a more big, robust plant, and so they have a much better chance of survival. And by having multiple sources of plant material and types of plant material, we increase the likelihood of success of our planting here at this restoration project. In order to keep tabs on or measure the success of this project, there's a variety of things that we do. First and foremost, Cochran Shoals is an incredible birding location, and we rely on the community of amazing birders that come out here and submit checklists of observations that they see to eBird, a community science website that allows people to better understand and document birds that are in the area. And actually, we were made aware of a really exciting bird called the Henslow sparrow that showed up using our Sparrow Field. Because of eBird, we got a notification that a rare bird was seen in Cobb County, and sure enough, it was right here at Cochran Shoals and using this Sparrow Field habitat, which was really, really exciting. In addition to eBirders and the community of birders, Birds Georgia also hosts BioBlitzes at our restoration sites when we can to engage the public, but also gather a breadth of data and information on the plants, the birds, the insects that are using this site. And then we do that at the beginning and at the end of the restoration process so that we can start to see if there's differences in the life that is, making use of this space. Now, all of this work was made possible by the Georgia Ornithological Society, and a grant from the GOS allowed us to work with the National Park Service. The Chattahoochee National Park Conservancy, the Friends Group of the National Park, was a huge pivotal partner in this project that allowed lots of volunteers to come out here and help us interact with the community. And then the Georgia Native Plant Society helped us provide plants. And so it's all these partners coming together that made a project like this possible and successful.